Wow. Welcome live to, we're going to do Phillies and Marlins today. Still catching up. Telling me that, I don't know why I have to look at closer at a player that's in my majors, and telling me that Tony Gwynn has not been getting the swing of things. No duh. So, I mean, why wouldn't have Tony Gwynn in the lineup if Jackson was in the lineup? And I don't know. I'm actually throwing around the thought of possibly moving Jimmy Rollins to third base. And I'm sort of wondering why the Phillies themselves haven't actually thought about doing that move. Seems like a logical move. I mean, honestly, roster-wise, it's like we have second basemen, and we have one guy and everything, a second baseman in AAA that is 73 overall. Third baseman, I have nothing. And it's like, if I can move my second baseman and the shortstop, and I can use some of these guys at shortstop and bring them up to the majors, and I wouldn't have to I can use Jimmy Rollins at third, using his 81, and I could do little things like that. So I don't know. It's something I'm throwing around and everything in my head and trying to think of what I can do to get that working. But we have a 4-game set against Miami, 3-game set against Atlanta to end up the month of June. Big series because, I mean, Miami's only a half game ahead of me, and I'd like to overtake them in schedule, and then I can hopefully make some ground up against Atlanta. So, got Peavy on the mound for this game. Really big game. I've been really, really pitching well. So I feel really good about that. I'm going to go with a normal lineup. I don't care how thing. Actually, okay. Quintaro needs a rest that bad. I'll put Nieves in. Let's see. I'm probably seeing a lefty. Okay, I'll just leave it the way it is. Okay. But you can see I'm a half game behind that, and Atlanta's right ahead of them. So basically, if I can make a run here, I could actually, if I can win all these games, I can, like, theoretically jump all the way up to third place. And there's always a possibility of it anyway. So, if I can make a run like that, it would be a very positive thing. And it's just generally what I need to do. I mean, generally, baseball is made of making runs during the season. And so if I can make a run during this week of the season, it'd be huge. But as I was saying, my pitching staff is going 19 straight innings without giving up a run. Hope they continue that. Like back-to-back shutouts, which is giving my bullpen a lot of rest. Offensively, not doing too much more, but
a beautiful look there at the skyline of Philadelphia, PA. It's the Marlins and the Phillies, and it comes your way next.
I wish they would do more than just show that part of the city. It's kind of lazy.
Time for baseball on the show as we get you set for baseball at a place they call The Bank, Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Miami Marlins and the Phillies.
Yeah, I was looking at the crew.
Hi again, folks. Welcome back to Phillies baseball here on the show. Alongside me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, a good matchup on the mound here in this opener.
Yeah, well, this should be a pretty good matchup here. Both of these teams entering this series on winning streaks. So it's going to be up to these two gentlemen right here to make sure that their team's streak continues.
And according to everything I've seen in the crew, they're not even stopping in Philadelphia. So it's like they have all this stuff in New York, and Washington, D.C. Apparently Philadelphia just doesn't exist in between
Miami
them.
Marlins, as their order will read like this. And their matchup will be a tough one as they're set to face the former Cy Young Award winner, right-hander Jake Peavy.
Just doesn't seem like that big of a deal to add a city like Philadelphia in between it. But it is what it is. Let's continue here.
Christian Yelich will step forward now. Currently third in the National League batting race to begin play.
This guy is hitting the cover off the ball.
And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. There you see the company he's in terms of that NL batting race. Swinging a bouncer out in front. And the throw to first is in time, one gone. So Peavy able to retire the leadoff man here, and with that, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. If it happens in baseball, it happens in Majestic. Donovan Solano will stride in now, and as you see there, he sits 9th in the National League in batting at the start of play. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball one. Temperature here at the park tonight, a comfy 72 degrees at first pitch.
Really, really wanted that pitch.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. One out, nobody on. And he throws a cutter right by him to take control, 1-2. Stays alive as this is grounded foul. There's a hot shot out to left center over the head of the shortstop Rollins, a base hit.
That's kind of hits that I was saying that I wanted. Haven't been getting them.
Let's take a look at the sequence one more time. First pitch misses for a ball. Then a strike there to make it 1-1. Then a swinging strike 2 puts him in the hole. Bites off the 4th pitch foul. On the 5th pitch, bang! A solid single. That's a great at-bat right there.
Giancarlo Stanton will get his first shot here with the runner at first now and one away. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Cut fastball and it's by him, 1-1.
I actually saw the gameplay videos of Madden as well. There's a screw up one.
Slider in the dirt. Good block by the catcher there.
Yeah,
and Madden looks pretty decent. I mean, I do like some of the changes they're making.
Up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of his zone and hope he goes after it.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
As you can see right here, his timing just seems to be off a little bit at the plate right now. And you know what? That can happen during the course of the season. You're not always going to have your good swing. And he's the kind of guy that's got a lot of moving parts in that swing. So maybe he's at the point now in the season where he might need just a little time off so he can get back to the basics.
Jared Saltalamacchia will come forward now. Back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Late decision to offer at the changeup as this is bounced to third. Throw on to the first baseman Howard, and with that, the side is retired. Jake Peavy looking sharp in the opening half inning. Now it'll be the Phillies' turn. No score.
Also, still more in FIFA. FIFA looks really good. It really looks like they're
starting lineup for
getting rid of a lot of the little tiny issues that we're having with the next-gen version, which are very minor.
And to lead off the home half of inning number 1, the leadoff hitter digging in at the plate. Swinging a ball hit hard on the ground at first. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first.
We are now at 20 innings, by the way, now that we have pitched.
So the shortstop,
Not
Jimmy
gonna give out the
Rollins,
run.
will get his first opportunity here. And as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play.
Get out
He
of here.
makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line.
A little bit ahead of that one.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. 1-2 now to the former MVP.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
The right-hander deals on 1-2.
That's
There's
fun.
a swing, and oh man, way out of here.
And that's a normal swing, folks. That's not a power swing.
So a solo
People might be
shot
thinking
off the
I'm
bat of
swinging
Jimmy
power all
Rollins.
the time.
Number 14 on the season, and the
Really
Phillies
not.
have a 1-0 lead.
Most times I'm not even. I'm swinging normal. When you hit the ball in the sweet spot of the bat, though, it will go.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Chase Utley will dig in for the first time here, looking to change his fortunes a bit as he's seen that average dip these last 4 or so games. And this ball will be chopped foul. And he swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. Bogusevic is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
And you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He got a good pitch to hit right here. Looked like he put a good swing on it, but it just didn't go anywhere.
Ryan Howard will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard toward the right side.
He's hitting the cover off the ball.
And ought to be good for extra bases. He's around first on his way to second now. The throw into second. And he's going to make it there. Barely, as he's into second base with a double.
Boy, now that's a home run and a double against him here in the first inning. It looks like he's had a hard time just settling in, and they're jumping all over him.
See, he's hitting 316. Unreal.
Marlon Byrd will stand in, and he's having a great season so far, currently 5th in the National League in home runs. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Yeah, for Howard, he gets credited with double number 24 on the year. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
And right now, he shouldn't have any second thoughts about working hard inside. Even if you hit the guy, you've got the open base to protect you. You got to keep this guy from getting extended.
Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats. Foul. 2 out here and a runner at second. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. 1-2 delivery. Now a slider is swung on and grounded toward short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Phillies pick up one courtesy of the Jimmy Rollins home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 1-0 Philadelphia. Greg Dobbs will stand in now as he was reinserted back into the lineup here after taking a needed day off yesterday. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1.
Whether you like it or not, now that you've seen what the strike zone's going to be like, you're going to have to make an adjustment.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, one thing you can always say when you're facing a guy like this is that he's going to strike hitters out. The question is, are you going to make him work for those strikeouts? And if those 3 pitches are any indication at all, these guys could be in for a long night.
Number 9 will stand in. Out in front of the fastball here as this is drilled into left field. That's a base hit.
And you're going to see the location of this pitch on show track.
You're in the middle, right?
It's actually in a great
it's a good
spot,
pitch.
a couple inches off that inside corner. Normally, you'd think all a guy could do is chop that and foul it, but he gets those hands through very quickly, and he just yanks it.
Brian Bogusevic comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
And EK, I don't know about you, but I really hated getting a bad call on that very first pitch.
Hey, jeez, it puts you just in a terrible frame of mind.
Swing, and he shoots this one to first. And that is going to be a base hit. And the throw will come back in quickly, so it's first and second now with only 1 away.
Well, you know, they're scoring this one a base hit, but I'm not so sure I agree with that. Here it is again. Really not that tough a play, and you probably should have been able to get 2 on this play, but instead, it skips right by him. And if they're passing out hits like that, give me a bat.
Yeah. Danny Echeverria will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ballgame. Catch made over there by Ashe for out number 2.
You certainly love a 1-pitch pop-out in that spot. That's like a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Henderson Alvarez will get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 2. On good late movement there from Peavy on the fastball. It's 0-1. Late on the fastball there as this one skied out towards straightaway right. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass.
And increase it to number 21.
Marlins strand a pair. They're down 1-0. Dominic Brown will start things off in the bottom of the second. Now the first pitch. Fouled back. Swinging a ball pretty well hit out towards left center. Yelich able to take this one in, and there's your first out.
Batting 7th, catcher, Will Nieves.
Will Nieves will get his first opportunity now. And this pitch is up and in as he backs away. It's ball 1. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1 and 2. You started in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And that's a fair ball.
That's kind of the blooper I've been wanting.
Yeah, this one looked like one of EK's 4-irons. He just kind of shanks this thing right down the right field line, but he manages to drop it just inside the chalk line, and that's a thing of beauty.
Cody Ashe will stand in as one of the stars from yesterday's ball game as he had 3 hits in the victory. Goes the other way as this is line to left. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch.
Well, that's just great concentration right there. You can see the extension, and he really sells out for this one, and he's able to absorb the impact and hold on to the baseball. That's a sweet play.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring the pitcher Jake Peavy to the plate with a chance to help himself. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And here's a fastball that he takes the other way out to fairly deep right. Stanton will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Christian Yelich is ready to go here as we begin the 3rd.
Left fielder, Christian Yelich.
Here's Peavy back to work now as Jake gets ahead here with a good pitch. It's 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
And it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world here to mix in a take every now and again.
He can't get him to bite this time. It's 1-2. And that misses 2-2.
He's hoping to just run that heater by him. So he's ramped up the velocity here at the last 2 pitches.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
They'll get a good look at the grip on this last circle change. You can see that your fingers actually make kind of an OK symbol on the side of the baseball, and that gives it that nice fading movement it has at the end.
Donovan Solano will stand in. A base hit his first time around. And he'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he turns to the curveball that time as he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And he'll squeeze this one for the 2nd out.
Here's another example of a guy pitching to contact here. He doesn't need to strike everybody out. Just get him off balance, and this winds up a routine pop-up.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And set to stand in the ultra-dangerous Giancarlo Stanton. Fastball swung on and hit on the ground at 3rd. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first. Jared Saltalamacchia will get a shot here in the inning after all, as that 2-out error could really turn out to have some major consequences.
Yeah, anytime you give this guy an at-bat, especially with a runner on base that he otherwise wouldn't have had, you're asking for trouble.
And Saltalamacchia swings right through that one as he's in the hole now, down 0-2.
Make it 22 innings now.
Missed, and the side is retired. 1 left for Miami.
Going.
They trail this one 1-0.
Playing a little dangerously in this one, but we're at 22 innings now.
Number 19 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Here's a swing and a shot back up the middle. And that's in there. Base hit.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. This is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
Runner at first, and the shortstop, Jimmy Rollins, will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out. Big hole on the right side. Here's the first pitch. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1.
And here, you've got good speed on base and at the plate. So, on a ground ball, it's not a foregone conclusion you're going to get an out anywhere.
Now a swing, and he pops him up.
Unbelievable.
Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. Saltalamacchia is out of the crouch, and he stays with it for route number 1.
Might have had visions of another home run there. This pitch is right in his wheelhouse, but
Yeah, I think I
he
saw
winds
him
up
way too
swinging
early.
right underneath it and popping it straight up.
Chase Utley will try it again. He flew out his first time.
Yeah. Late.
Odd couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Using the fastball exclusively here, it's
That
0-2.
was inside.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Well hit high in the air and deep to center field. And there's out number 2 as this is taken in shy of the track, and the runner will have to retreat.
Whoa, and as a pitcher, you'll hold your breath anytime a ball's hit in the air at this place. But luckily, he got under this ball a little bit too much, and that runner has to retreat back to first base.
Ryan Howard will stand in here. He doubled his first time around. That's hard hit back up the middle. A dive, and he knocks it down. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play.
Now batting, right fielder, Marlon Bird.
Marlon Bird will stand in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And it's a foul ball.
Wow.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Runner staying tight to the bag at second. Here's the pitch. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Now a ball hit high in the air out to center field. Bogusevic is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Phillies leave a couple, but they lead it 1-0. Greg Dobbs will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth.
Third baseman, Greg Dobbs.
Here's PV back to work now as Jake gets ahead here with a good pitch. It's 0-1. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. And now a ball hit fairly well here out to the deep part of left field. And Brown will look this one in for route number 1. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And you can see that both guys are well into the 90s, 95 on one hand and just 2 miles an hour slower on the other. And this is going to be a foul ball. Outside for a ball, 1-1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And the low 80s slider is in there, and he's in control, 1-2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
And I'll tell you what, he's throwing with a lot of confidence right now. And he's also taking some chances with location, but he's thinking he's bulletproof out there, and so far he has been.
Brian Bogusevic will dig in. He singled his first time around. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. And now here's a swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to the big fella Howard at first, and with that, the inning is over. Boy, and a nice inning on the mound for Jake Beebe. And he's got himself a 1-0 lead. Dominic Brown will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
It's hard to believe I've been 23 innings without leaving up a run.
Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double. So he's into second on the 2-base hit here to lead off the home fourth. And as we take a look at the Phillies team leaders, we see he currently sits in 3rd place in that department. Will Nieves will stand in. A base hit his first time around. First pitch coming. Hard hit towards center. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
So far, he's throwing a lot of fastballs here early in the count. And these guys have picked up on that, so they're just going up there looking for the hard stuff, and they've been all over him.
Cody Ashe will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
This could be a key at bat.
Grounded foul. Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
Runners lead from 1st and 3rd. Here's the pitch. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Oh, got
Now
another.
a swing, and he pops him up. And that will not get the run home. Dobbs is under it as he puts it away for out number 1.
And that's a big pop-up right there. Now with one out, those runners still stuck on the corners, you could really come after this next guy and try and get a ground ball.
Jake Peavy will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. And the runner's coming home. Oh, and the bunt attempt is missed here. And forget about it now as he is hung out to dry here, and they tag him out on the busted squeeze play.
Ugh.
Runner holding tight at second. Now the pitch. And no contact that time by Peavy, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
And you can't make this easy on him right here. At least make some contact and force him to make a play.
And this is fouled back and out of play. 1 run, 7 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. Another 0-2 home. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2. Center field. Bogusevic is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Phillies strand 1. Adeiny Echeverria will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Shortstop, Adeiny Echeverria.
Fastball in there for a called strike. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Swing and a hot shot toward third. And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line.
Yeah, an ideal setup here with the pitcher on deck. He comes through with a solid single to start things out. Now you give your pitcher a chance to bunt you over and make a productive out.
Henderson Alvarez shows bunt on the first pitch, but he pulls it back 1-0.
Yeah, you got to be careful there after that leadoff single. You don't want to hit a guy here and really let him get something started.
Squaring 2-0, and he pulls it back for strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. And the pitcher is in fact bunting here as he puts this one down. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Well, he's already doing the job on the mound, and now here he helps himself out with the bat too. Nice job here to get that ball down and move the runner along into scoring position for the top of the lineup to come up and drive him in.
Pitch misses low. The throw down.
Okay.
Now a pitch swung on and missed. It's 2-1.
Boy, and a great 2-0 pitch there. Got him thinking fastball. And this looked like a fastball out of his hand, but it turns out to be a real effective changeup instead.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
What was it?
One thing that's happened in these last 2 at-bats, it's driven up his pitch count. That's now 14 pitches.
Oh, he dropped
And
the
the
ball.
run will score from third as that ties things at 1.
And that ends the streak.
And here's a situation where he's probably keeping at least one eye on that runner at third base to see if he's breaking or not. But once he bobbles this thing, it's all academic from there.
I had him throwing right home.
Donovan Solano will stand in with a run in, 1 out and 1 on here in the inning. Low for ball 1. Yelich is running, and this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now.
Hard to believe he let that one go. That was right on a platter for him.
And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first.
You're kidding me. There ain't nobody?
Just an airmail shot that time. The pickup's good, but this ball just sails straight over his head at first base. Good effort to try and
he was
go
out there.
but this is well out of his reach.
Oh my gosh.
Giancarlo
Punch the bag and it'll be in.
He reached on an error last time through. Now a liner right to Ashby at third, as he'll hang on here to record the second out.
We're starting to see signs that he's about ready to break out of this slump he's been in. He won't get anything to show for it here, but this is a good swing and a hard hit ball. Unfortunately, though, it's just right at somebody.
Jared Saltalamacchia is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And he'll go the other way with the fastball as this is on the ground to third. Throw on to the first baseman Howard, and with that, the side is retired. Marlins forced to settle for 1. Last half of the 5th coming up, all tied at 1-1.
Oh, with all those errors, I wonder if that run was
Number
unearned.
19 will dig in. He's 1 for 2
Find
in the
out.
ball game.
Leading off for the Phillies, center fielder, number 19. Come on, Phil.
Box score, here we go. Yeah, it was earned. Couldn't imagine why it wouldn't be earned, but
Swinging a hard liner to center field. Bogusevic patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. Jimmy Rollins will try it again. He homered back in the first inning of this one. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
He's just cruising out there now. I'll tell you, this may turn into a game of first team to 2 wins.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Here's a ground ball to first. And the underhanded throw gets him for the out.
The amazing thing is that he's still yet to strike a guy out so far. But when you've got good movement on your off-speed stuff, you don't have to strike guys out to be successful.
Hard hit and deep toward the right field line. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Pretty fortunate he was able to keep this ball fair. This is pretty close down the line. You see it winding up, one hopping the wall down there, and that allows him to cruise into second with 2 bases.
Ryan Howard will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the 2-out double. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0. For Utley, he's credited with double number 11 so far this year. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Runner not going anywhere at second. Now the pitch, and he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Gets under this one as this is hit high and pretty deep out there to center field. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this.
Well, that's it. It's just no runs on my side. I'm not bringing people home.
Greg Dobbs will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far.
Greg Dobbs.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
And now a ball lifted into the air out towards center field. And the 6th inning opens with a flyout, 1 away.
Now batting, number 9.
Number 9 will be the batter, 1 for 2 thus far. Right there for strike 1.
Boy, his control has been outstanding so far. And there's another pitch right on the block.
Well, one good fastball deserves another as he jumps ahead 0-2 now.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Another 0-2 coming. Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called a ball, 1-2.
And now, as a hitter, 1 and 2, you've got to be thinking right center field. He'll take a little swing out and try to drive something the other way.
Number 19 is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the 2nd out.
Yeah, it looked like this might be much more off the bat, but this ballpark has really played large tonight. And, you know, we've seen a few balls right now really get knocked down out.
Uh-oh, that could be
He
going.
waits out the changeup there as it's belted high and deep into right center. A leap at the wall, but he can't bring this one back. It's a home run. Solo shot to right center. As the Marlins take the lead, it's now a 2-1 ball game. Adeiny Echeverria will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. And there's the good fastball from Peavy as Jake gets ahead here 0-1. That last home run, officially 406 feet. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
And now with the 0-2 count, he's got probably 5 different pitches he can throw here. So as a hitter, what are you going to do?
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And now with that pitch count getting up there just a little bit, you can see that some of these pitches are missing just a little farther.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. One for the Marlins on the solo shot. On to the bottom of the 6th. 2-1 now, Miami. Marlon Byrd will be the batter as we get things going in the bottom of the 6th.
Right fielder, Marlon.
Now a ball hit hard towards the hole, and he'll let it fly from deep in the hole. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. One gone in the inning now for the left fielder, Dominic Brown.
First.
And now the 2nd pitch of the inning is hit in the air to center. Bogusevic comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2. Will Nieves will dig in. He singled his last time around.
Will Nieves.
And he continues to swing the bat well as this is into center field for his 3rd hit of the ball game. Cody Ashe will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far.
Ashe gets on the plate and everything. I'm pitch hitting.
And he takes ball 1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Opposite field to left. Yelich is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit. Henderson Alvarez will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get two starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and very even game through 6 innings.
Christian Yelich will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
And this will be taken in without much trouble. It's an easy start to the 7th. 2 gone. Donovan Solano will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. Now a ball lined hard toward right center. And this is hauled in on the run as he takes quite a tumble but hangs on, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Rafael Furcal is going to be summoned off the bench to pinch hit, so that will officially end the night of work for Jake Peavy. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And now the first pitch of the inning is sent in the air out to straightaway center. Bogusevic is under it to tuck this one away, and it's a 1-pitch out to begin the home half of the 7th.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made 1 bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Now a swing and another fly ball here as things are getting busy out there in Central. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And there's your tying run at second base with a 1-out double.
And now another base runner for him to contend with now. And as we bring up his line, you can see that's an even 10 hits against him so far. And you have to wonder how much longer they're going to let him stay out there.
Jimmy Rollins will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. And this is swung on and sent on the ground to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Well, at the very least, he does move that runner up to third base. But with 2 away now, I don't think that's exactly what he was hoping to accomplish. I think he wanted to drive him in.
First pitch coming. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Fastball at the letters, and he turns on it, hits it high and deep out to center field. A leap at the wall, but forget it, it's gone. A home run. A 2-run home run for Chase Utley. Home run number 16 for him on the year as the Phillies move out in front 3-2.
Boy, this would have been one heck of a play out there in center field. You can see him tracking this ball. He's got it in his sights all the way. And he's not going to miss this by much. He nearly brought it back into the yard.
A.J. Ramos will get the ball, looking to get the final out now here in this 7th inning. Ryan Howard will be the first one to greet him as he'll start fresh here with the bases empty following the home run. hoping to put that pitch, but he somehow gets a swing on it anyway. Strike one.
And with 2 outs here and nobody on, if he gets a fastball like that one, he won't be afraid about airing one out here. This is a swing for the fences type situation.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Swing and a ball hit fairly well, heading high and deep toward right center. Bogusevic retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. But the Fightins strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. We'll march on to the 8th, and Philadelphia's taken a 3-2. Al Albuquerque will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8. Giancarlo Stanton will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Off the plate again, 2-0 now.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call him that 2-seamer running in.
Good fastball that time as he's pulled the count back to even now. It's 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. And the 8th will start with a bang as this should be extra bases. And he'll get in at second base as the tying runs aboard with a leadoff double. And now with the possible tying run at second here, we're going to have a pinch runner as they try to get a little more speed out there. Jared Saltalamacchia will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. But he can make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Jake Diekman is on to work as he'll take over here in the 8th. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
And both starters have been in form. 3-2 our scores. We give you a look at the starter comparison for these 2 opposing pitchers. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Brown will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. And now the right-handed batting Jeff Baker is in the on-deck circle. It looks like he'll be called upon to pinch hit here. Brad Lincoln will enter the ball game out of the pen as he'll look to get the final out here in the top of inning number 8. Now a left-hander up and throwing in that Philly bullpen. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Runners left in scoring position. One of the big keys to this ball game so far. To the right side, but foul, and he'll try it again. Now a fastball swung on.
There you go.
And that is out number 3. Marlins lead 1. They trail 3-2. Nickerson will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
The best part is Stanton was out of the game.
Reed Johnson is going to go ahead and stay in the ball game and play third now. Jeff Baker will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Marlon Byrd will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And this ball is gone.
The cushion never hurts.
Marlon Byrd, a solo home run. 19th home run for him on the season, and it's given the Phillies a 4-2 lead.
You have to wonder now if this home run might wind up being plenty here to get the job done. That'll make this a 2-run ball game here in the bottom of the 8th, and that could be more than enough to finish these guys off.
Dominic Brown will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And a swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and it's strike one. They're saying 417 feet, the distance on that last home run. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. One, 2. And this is going to be a foul ball. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
That's a nice comeback there after the home run. Sometimes the home crowd gets a little amped up, so you start to rush a little out there and you make things worse, but he's able to bounce back and get him to chase one here with 2 strikes.
Will Nieves comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. On the way. And here's a pitch swung on and sent on the ground to short. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Third baseman, number 25,
Cody Ashe will stand in. One of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
No offer at the curveball either. It's 2-0.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
A swing and a ball hit back up the box. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Phillies get 1 in the frame courtesy of this solo home run. Last chance coming up here for the Marlins. And Philadelphia's taken a 4-2 lead. Brian Bogusevic will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Antonio Bastardo will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the 9th. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. There's a swing and a ground ball, but that'll get fouled. It's 0-2 now.
I'm not a true closer. I like this. I like splitting these guys up.
Swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out.
Take advantage of lefty righties.
One thing we can say about this game, neither team's been afraid to swing the bat. I mean, here we are this late into the ball game, and we still haven't seen our first walk.
Mike Adams is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th. Adeiny Echeverria is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Goodness, 0-2 now.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you've got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
And he goes the other way with a fastball as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. And he's back into second here safely.
Didn't get a good jump on that one.
And I suspect we might see a pinch hitter here, and if that's the case, here's what's left on the Marlins bench.
Number 13.
First pitch to him. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Rounded to third. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Marlins are now down to their final out of the game.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Christian Yelich will stand in now in what could be one of the bigger at-bats of the ball game.
And what he has to do right here is put his 0 for 4 out of his mind. He hasn't had the greatest of performances to this point in the game, but he could make up for it with a big hit right here.
I just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now. And now this crowd, estimated at around 26,000 fans, comes to their feet. That misses 1-2. Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. Again, a 1-2. Close, but it's not over yet. That's ball 2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. Another 2-2 offering. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible time run
big
to the plate,
victory.
but could not cash in.
And this could very well turn out to be a real back-and-forth struggle here. So that's a good job for these guys to open this 4-game set with a victory here in front of the home crowd.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And the Phillies offensively here tonight were led by the exploits of this man, Chase Utley. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player.
So, Dave B69. He's signing out. Try to get a couple more games in tomorrow and try to advance us in the season a little bit here. But this is the key point of the season. I had that 3-game losing streak, now I'm on a 3-game winning streak. So, right in the mix. Got Quickly, and then Hernandez, and then back to Hamill. So, anything's possible here. See, Hamill is dominating the strikeouts. Nobody else is, even when I'm pitching and everything, is dominating the way Hamill's is pitching. So, it's Dave B69, and I'm out.